Today you have in front of you the proposed ordinance to institute a 1% grocery tax. I'll briefly go over a little bit of the background of the 1% tax and why we are enacting it. Back in 1990, the state of Illinois enacted a sales tax reform aimed to standardize tax collection process. The 1% grocery tax revenue was collected by the state and was distributed to the local governments to serve as a funding source for supporting government operations and essential services. In August of 2024, the governor's office signed legislation revoking the 1% grocery tax, and they will no longer be collecting the revenue as of January of 2026. The legislation also allowed municipalities to enact their own 1% grocery tax, and that's what we are bringing forward today. Municipalities have until October 1st to file appropriate documentation with the state of Illinois in order to avoid losing the revenue, and it would then take effect on January of 2026. Just want to make it clear that this is not a new tax. This ordinance continues the current practice of collecting the 1% grocery tax that has been in place for 35 years. The state is just shifting the implementation of this revenue to municipalities. By not implementing the 1% grocery tax, the city could lose approximately $4.5 million a year. This revenue is crucial for public safety, road maintenance, public works, community programs, and environmental services. Also keep in mind that currently the city is experiencing a loss of approximately $4.3 million due to the census, 2022 census. Combining both of those, that's $8.8 million that we could potentially lose. I have attached to the Register item the frequently asked questions that was put together by the DuPage Mayors and Managers Conference. That's kind of a good thing to kind of look at. That also will help, I think, a lot of our constituents to understand a little bit more information about the tax currently. And I also attached the list that IML, Illinois Municipal League, maintains that shows the list of all the current municipalities that have enacted this tax. Now, keep in mind that the municipality has to notify IML that they did pass it, so there might be some on the list that have already passed it, and they just haven't notified IML yet. Our surrounding communities that have already enacted it is Montgomery, Yorkville, North Aurora, Batavian Sandwich, and without this essential revenue, we could possibly face potential service cuts, and then also trying to find alternative sources of revenue.
Okay, I'm figuring that that's the end of your presentation. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Mr. Minnick, is there something you wanted to add since you're here? No?
Just here to answer any questions
Okay.
or assist in any way.
This is great. This presentation is much more beneficial. It helps round everything out, what's on the docket as well. I want to make sure that this is available for our other colleagues as well here at City Council too.
We'll make sure that it gets distributed prior to the COW.
That'd be fantastic. Help move things along a little bit too. So, any questions by the committee? This one.
So moved, Chairman. Ms. Yankos?
Alderman Barrow.
I have a question in this regards the budget.
Mm-hmm.
So I know we're probably just kicked off the budget process and things are early, but when would we might see some early projections for 2026 and revenue and expenditure wise?
Well, we're in the process, as you mentioned, of compiling that data right now. And then the next step would be having the meetings with the individual departments. There's an initial discussion about each of the individual departments and divisions, what they've requested for the upcoming year, any new decision packages, any new initiatives, staffing, and those meetings have yet to happen. So I would imagine that it would be, and Stacy, you probably have a little bit of a better handle on this, but maybe the September timeframe would be appropriate for seeing maybe some of those initial projections.
Yes, September would be.
Right, and so it would be too late to be considering this at that time then? It'd be cutting it close.
Yeah, it would be cutting it very close. As you're aware, I think the information indicated, we would need to have a certified approved ordinance to the Department of Revenue prior to October 1st of 2025 in order for there to be no interruption in the tax. So they need 2 to 3 month, I guess it's a 3 month time to process, and I would imagine they're probably getting a lot of these, so that maybe accounts for some of the 3 month processing time in terms of making sure that their systems are correct and continue to levy the tax for those municipalities that wish to implement.
Okay, thank you.
Alderman Bug.
Thank you, Alderman Chair. Ms. Yakos. I just have a comment, one overall and two for our third floor and their departments underneath them. Of course, anytime you're talking about taxes, you're talking about a very sensitive topic. First of all, I think we need to understand that we are moving this, of course, from the state to the city, but we're removing the administration that the state does to get all of that money back to all the municipalities. So in an overall scheme, to an Illinois resident, we're probably saving them money. Our finance department, gains or brings in taxes on any number of things every single day, and they're very good at it. They know how to handle that. And this will just be another one that we handle ourselves. There will no longer be an administration going down to Springfield, them throwing it around and then getting it back to us. So overall, administratively, this will be a benefit to any municipality in Aurora. Secondly, I want to say to the third floor and maybe Mr. Martinez and John and that whole crew that puts these things together for our residents. And I appreciate what the DePage mayors and managers did. We need to make this as simple as possible. So I would like to see us create a small receipt for a loaf of bread and a bag of chips, whatever you want to put on it. 2 things, and show those 2 items, the tax on those 2 items before this, and the tax on those 2 items after this. All it's going to change is it's going to say state that amount, and on the new one it's going to say city this amount. But the ending amount on both is going to be exactly the same, and that's what our residents need to see. So if Tony Martinez and the communications team and all those people are listening, I think that's what we need to put forward to our residents so they fully understand there is absolutely 0 impact when they go to the grocery store when this goes through. They will pay the exact same amount. So I trust Nick Thompson, wave or say something over there, make sure we got the memo going that way. Who's over there from the third floor? Oh, Shannon, hi. There you are. From the dais, we can't see anybody. All right, thank you. All right, please pass that along for our residents so they're very clear on what's happening here. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I just said.
Oh, we have a motion by Alderman Franco. We have a second.
Second.
We have a second by Alderman Damborero. All in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Aye, 4-1. Motion passes. Thank you very much. Thank you. 4-1. Yes.